At this point, I believe you already know ChatGPT and you're using it, but in this video, we're gonna be going over key things that I guarantee you don't know about ChatGPT that will be able to help you supercharge your ChatGPT and turn it into this absolute super assistant that you can use whenever you want. Now, ChatGPT works with prompts. All you have to do is go to chat.openai.com, then you can type in anything and it will answer your questions in a super intelligent human format. But what if I was to tell you that you've been asking the wrong questions the entire time? It all comes down to the questions that you're asking. It's basically like everyone can have this hammer, but not everyone can use it properly. And in this video, that's exactly what we're gonna learn. So as you have been using ChatGPT, you may have realized that some of the responses that it gives you is not, that impressive. Maybe you're asking for specifics about a different business, or perhaps you're asking for specific about a certain industry. Well, what if I was to tell you that if you just simply ask ChatGPT to act like an expert in that field, it will give you better responses. Like you can ask ChatGPT to act like a customer, or you can ask it to act like a co-host or a talented expert in the topic that you want answers for. So let's try this out. Let's ask ChatGPT some questions. Now I can go and type in, give me title ideas for a YouTube video about ChatGPT. It will give me basic answers like this. But instead you can say, I want you to act as a fancy title generator. I will type keywords with a comma and you will reply with fancy titles. My first keywords are API, test, automation. Do you see how much detail and expertise are provided in that second response? Or I can say, you're a top-tier marketing expert who coaches business owners on a daily basis on how to grow their business, specifically with paid advertising. You studied at the top marketing school in the US. Now teach me how to create content that connects with small business owners within the hospitality field. What kind of questions should I ask them when prospecting for new leads? Prioritize common and expert advice. What this is gonna do is gonna force ChatGPT to act as if it's that person that I described to it. So it's gonna deliver the responses as if it's delivered by that expert. I've also told it to give me uncommon and expert takes on this individual topic. Now you can get very creative with this. You can ask for humorous takes, you can ask for common takes. Like just get creative with this and always ask ChatGPT to be specific. If you want it to be an expert in something, ask it to be that expert in the specific field and describe it to it what that expert looks like. So the next problem I see with ChatGPT is when you ask a list of ideas, it can get super generic and quite expected. So similar to the first prompt, let's ask you to come up with new angles and new approaches on the topic that we're talking about. So for example, we're going to specify the topic here and we're going to let ChatGPT know that the topic is how to bring new clients into my marketing agency that is in the music industry. And then I'm going to specify that for the topic above, brainstorm unique and unconventional ideas. Prioritize ideas that are effective and low cost. So with this, we specify the topic that the ChatGPT is going to write about, and we gave it all the information that it needs. And then we have gone ahead and we have asked it to brainstorm unique and unconventional ideas. And as you can see by the responses, these ideas are pretty unique. You're not really going to see many people talking about these methods, and this is how you can really superpower your ChatGPT. This next one is super crazy. So you can actually get ChatGPT to write in a specific way. So maybe you're a writer and you came to ChatGPT for a little bit of help. Now, if you go and ask ChatGPT questions like everybody else, then you're gonna get very AI responses. But we don't want that. We want the AI to speak as if it's us. We want it to speak in a certain tone of voice and mimic someone else's writings. So in this case, we're gonna feed ChatGPT with our writings, and we're gonna ask it to create a style guide for the future responses. Now the beautiful thing about this AI is that it has memories. So inside of this chat, it considers every single question we have asked it. That means that we only have to ask it one time to speak in a specific way and to copy a specific output, so then it can go and copy that same style and use that same style to every response that it gives. All we need to do is to feed this AI with our example work. So in this case, I'm gonna say analyze the text below for style, voice, and tone. Using natural language processing, create a prompt to write a new article in the same style, voice, and tone. Just to give ChatGPT an idea of who I am, my tone of voice, and how I deliver my message. Then ChatGPT is gonna take that, it's gonna use that information and give you responses with that in mind. There you have it. ChatGPT copied that style and now it's generating a brand new article with that style. Now this is a game changer. Knowing how to manipulate the ChatGPT to actually get the results that you want without having to go through hundreds of different prompts. Now this next thing is getting the AI to deliver it in a certain tone of voice. Now this is really good, especially if you're creating an ad copy or Instagram captions. You can ask it to speak in different voices, you can get different perspective from it, you can ask it to speak sarcastically, make it ironic, whatever you want to do. This creates really fun responses from ChatGPT, and I personally find this one of the best prompts that you can use because it just shows how smart, how clever this AI is. So for the example of this prompt, we're gonna ask it to give us the most sarcastic and ironic advice on how to look after my pet cat. And as you can see, the responses that it gives me are exactly that. So if you really want to get the most out of ChatGPT, ask how you want it to speak. Tell it how it should speak. Put your hand down and let it know who the boss is. I'm just kidding. So if you're not a writer and you're not putting your own information, let it know that you want it to speak in a sarcastic tone, in a lazy tone, in an ironic tone. Just let it know. Like, being very specific with the keywords are gonna help you a lot, and that's gonna improve the responses dramatically. The final example prompt that I want to give you guys is getting ChatGPT to vary its output. So you can get it to write an outline, you can get it to write a mind map, you can get it to write in bullet points, you can get it to write persuasive essays, you can get it to write in chunks of text that are under certain character length. So in this case, we're gonna ask ChatGPT to deliver our responses in bullet points, and this is gonna be really helpful if I'm writing a frequently asked questions section or if I'm using it for a Twitter thread. So my example prompt is gonna be, create me a bullet point list on the reasons why exercise is good for you. And as you can see, ChatGPT is listening to me and doing exactly what I said, creating me a text in bullet points. And it's gonna be super helpful for me just to copy this and put that on my website. Now, those are just some examples that you can go and run through ChatGPT. You can really get smarter with this and you can educate the AI exactly how you want it to be. So thank you so much for watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to start an AI business, I suggest to watch this video here where I show you 7 different AI businesses. So I'll see you again in that video. Bye bye.